Thank you so much, Lois, and thank you for your wonderful leadership of the Women's Caucus. Along with Congresswoman Barbara Lee, I'm the co-chair of the Pro-Choice Caucus in Congress. The Dobbs decision was decided just a month ago, but the stories that we're telling today are actually true. How could this happen so quickly? The reason is because for the first time in our history, the Supreme Court has suddenly removed a right that we had for generations, for 50 years. And the Women's Caucus and the Women of Congress are here today to say, we are not going to stand for it, period. We are going to work every day between now and November and beyond to make sure that my daughters and my new little baby granddaughter, Eva, have the same rights that I had growing up. And that is what we're here today to talk about. I want to tell my own story, which is a story that is all too familiar. All of you have heard the tragic story about the 10-year-old girl who was the victim of rape, who was denied abortion care. And that's the nightmare scenario some of us feared would happen if the Supreme Court reversed Roe versus Wade. But since then, we've heard heartbreaking accounts of healthcare systems, including in my own state, which has solid pro-choice laws. But because of people coming in from other places, the healthcare systems are overwhelmed. Patients are being denied care, and women are being forced to carry unwanted pregnancies to term. In Texas, a woman who was denied treatment for a miscarriage under her new state's abortion law was forced to carry her dead fetus in her womb for 2 weeks. Another woman who had survived a sexual assault chose to be sterilized after the state's new abortion ban took effect so that she wouldn't be forced to give birth to a rapist baby just in case she ever got raped. I ripped my organs out, the woman said. It's sad that I can't have kids, but it's better than being forced to carry a child. In Louisiana, a woman who was experiencing a miscarriage was forced to deliver the fetus in a painful and traumatizing labor and delivery after she was denied what would have been a routine 15-minute procedure. Telling her she would have to be induced and pushed out the fetus was one of the hardest conversations I've ever had, her doctor said afterwards. In Texas, doctors worried about violating their state's abortion ban are now delaying care to patients with pregnancy complications until their lives are, quote, in danger to protect themselves from being sued. And in Ohio and elsewhere, doctors are now reporting that they are routinely consulting lawyers before they proceed even routine medical procedures. There are more stories, and they are sad stories. These stories are only going to increase as the horror of the Supreme Court's decision takes effect. And with that, I'm so proud to introduce my friend and colleague, Representative Grace Mink from New York.